A man was driving down a street when he noticed a huge spider crawling up his windshield. He pulled over, got out of his car, and walked into a nearby grocery store to wait for the spider to leave. When he looked out the window, he saw the spider had disappeared. Relief washed over him, and he went about his shopping. He picked up some cheese and wine and headed to the checkout where he put the items on the counter. Suddenly, a woman's voice startled him. "What are you doing?" she exclaimed. "Putting my things on the counter," he replied, confused. "Why do you want my cheese and wine?" The woman snatched the bottle of wine from his hands and took it behind the counter. She poured the wine into a glass and took a big gulp. "What are you doing?" he asked her again, taken aback by her actions. She looked at him with a wild expression on her face and said, "I'm making my famous grape juice." With that, she grabbed the cheese and started slicing it into tiny cubes. "Are you crazy?" he asked her, utterly bewildered. "Of course not," she replied calmly. "But if you were going to make an omelet, what would you put in it?" Eggs," he answered hesitantly. "Exactly," she said triumphantly. "Omelets and grape juice are both made with eggs. I just put a little more effort into mine." The man stared at her for a moment, unsure how to respond. "How much does this cheese cost?" he finally asked, pointing to the slices of cheese on the counter. "It costs $10, she said without taking her eyes off the bottle of wine. "You drive a hard bargain," he said with a slight smile. "Are you sure you're okay?" The woman suddenly slammed the bottle of wine on the counter, startling the man. "Do you know who I am?" she demanded. "No," he admitted. "I'm sorry, but I don't know you." "Well, then let me introduce myself," she said with a mischievous grin. "My name is Crazy Woman, and now I'm going to pour this bottle of wine over your head." Before the man could react, she grabbed the bottle and splashed the entire contents over his head. Soaked and furious, the man wiped the wine off his face and grabbed the bottle from her. "Get ready," he threatened. But before he could pour the wine over her head, the store owner intervened. Hey, what's going on here?" he asked, trying to stop the man. The man turned to the owner and shouted, "This woman poured wine over my head." "That's not true," the woman protested. "He was about to pour it over me." The store owner looked at them both and sighed. All right, enough of this nonsense. You two are both acting ridiculous. I've had it with your childish games. Get out of here before I call the police." The man and the woman glared at each other for a moment, then both left the store without another word. As they stepped out into the bright sunshine, the man couldn't help but smile. Despite the absurdity of the situation, something about the crazy woman intrigued him. He turned to her and said, "Do you want to make a grape omelet together?" The woman looked at him for a moment, then burst out laughing. "Sure," she replied. "Why not?" And with that, they walked away together, leaving the store and the giant spider behind. Was the spider ever found? No. Did the man ever get his groceries? No. Was the wine worth $10? Actually, it was only $8.99, which made the whole situation even more ridiculous.